everybody, I'm back. This week I am doing friends and family. All month long I've been talking to you guys from my point of view of before I got sick, how I felt being diagnosed, and how I'm living my life today. But nobody actually asked the people that are around you, how do they feel seeing you walk through this journey? So I'm here with my cousin Lisa.
Hey.
Also the magnificent planning and praying on YouTube. I always promote this, you guys. I promote it on the radio. I promoted it in my first video, and I'm gonna promote it again. I need y'all to check it out, subscribe, get notifications from her, and everything.
Okay. Support your girl. Okay.
That's what we do. When we family, we love and we support.
That's what's up.
So I just want to know, you watched me literally grow up.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say how much older you are over me.
It's okay.
Because we look the same age.
Okay,
That's all that matters.
Come through.
But you've known me since I was in diapers.
Yes.
And then you saw me grow up. Teenager.
Yes.
Your son was in my wedding.
Yes.
So just give me an idea of how you felt seeing me having to go through what I've gone through.
Well, in the beginning, for me personally, in the beginning, it was odd because I could not see what you were going through.
Right.
So for you to say, I'm tired, I don't feel good, I can't go, I can't move, it was weird. And I wondered, why you so tired? Like you?
Yeah, because I was working and
yeah. And it was all of a sudden. That's another thing that I need to mention because it wasn't gradual. It wasn't a gradual thing. It was like one day you were good, and then the next weekend or next 2 weeks, it was like you couldn't move. It was so weird. So, and it was so quick.
Very.
So I didn't understand. So to hear someone that looks like you and who carries yourself the way that you do to say, I'm tired, I can't move, I can't go, maybe next time, it bugged me at first.
Right.
And that's just an honest answer because you can't see it. So for me, I'm thinking, girl, you being like, now get up.
Like I done seen you do more.
I seen you do stuff. You get up, do something, move around. You'll feel better.
Yeah.
That was my initial reaction. So you have to give people, their
time to process.
Yes, their time to process it. So for me, that's how I felt in the beginning. So it wasn't until you got out of the hospital and they brought you out in a wheelchair that it hit me. That I was like...
Because I used to have to come to the pharmacy and I'd be like, well, my mom's going to come inside and get the medicine. Because or if I was walking, I'd be walking in slow, or my face was so huge and you'd be like, oh, I hate prescribing this prednisone for you, and hopefully because you would tell me about the dosages and stuff, and then you would educate me on what I was, because I didn't know what I was even taking.
Yes. And
you was like, this medicine is for that. The azathioprine is to suppress your immune system, so the prednisone can work. And I was just getting schooled just from you through medication.
Yeah.
So, because the doctors don't tell you, they just say, take this.
Take this. This is going to help with this. This is going to help with this.
So it helps to have a pharmacy tech in your family.
Yeah, because you don't know the side effects.
Exactly.
And so, and
you warned me. You was like, your face is gonna. You're gonna gain weight.
Yeah.
You was like, you're gonna feel horrible. Don't take it on an empty stomach.
Exactly.
So you was like, cause you're gonna throw up.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. Then we ain't gonna talk about the lady parts.
Oh.
The side effects of that.
Ooh.
But she prepared me for that. Let's just say
I
had to eat a lot of yogurt.
Okay. Can we keep that metronidazole on deck?
I had to eat a lot of yogurt. Let's just say that.
Little TMI, but it is what it is.
It's true.
It's true, and that's real life. So for me, just seeing you going through all of that and seeing it evolve and seeing you gain the weight and take the medications and struggle with all of that was crazy. And then once you got pregnant and you lost your first child,
because we were so nervous when I got pregnant. We were so nervous about the disease.
Yeah.
And at the end, that wasn't even the issue. So just to see you go through all of that and to see how you just carried yourself through each step of it,
It was just simply amazing because for you to not look like what you're going through, that's the struggle.
Right.
Because
and everybody asks me, how do you do it? And I'm like, honestly, I don't even know how I do it.
Yeah.
And they're like, if you could just from the outside see why we say you don't look sick or why we feel like we forget that you are sick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I thought they was like, it's just who I am.
Yeah. And so many times I have forgotten that you were sick. It wasn't until, you may not even remember this, but it wasn't until, I don't know, it may have been last year, year before last, when you came and you stayed. Like you had moved to Houston, you've been gone a while, and you came back and you stayed, and you were in the room and you were asleep. And I stayed up all night because I was listening to you breathe. Like,
oh yeah, my breathing is very shallow.
Oh my God.
And very fast, especially when I go to sleep.
And I never heard that. And all the times we've stayed with each other, we've had girls' night, been together all night, fell asleep, whatever, I never heard it like that.
Yeah.
And so it like 1, 2 in the morning.
Like if you never sleep with me like Cam, then you wouldn't know how my breathing changes. No. And during that time, when I'm in my deep sleep, my stats drop. That's why I have to be on oxygen. Because it's not above a 95%. It's in the 80s when I'm sleeping. And so I could literally, I don't want to say go to sleep and die, but I have to have the oxygen on to keep my stats up because my breath's so shallow. You know, your breaths get shallow anyway when you're asleep because you're so deep and rested and your heart rate dropping, everything. So that's why, since even on a normal person it drops, since I'm such a high risk, I have to have that oxygen when I sleep to keep me above the stats. Yeah. But no, I didn't know.
I stayed up all night because
it's like, and then I go like really fast.
It's so fast and it's so deep and it looks painful. And so I'm just up. I'm watching and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, I did not know that this is what she dealt with like on a daily basis. And then I have to remind myself when we're together, like I just hop out of the car. And I just, walk off.
And I'm like, drop me off at the curb.
And I'm like, oh God.
Let me go get this hand.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I forget. I got to help her get out of the car. I need to make sure she has a tank. Because, she carries an oxygen tank with her all the time. And so, when someone else is with you, it's just courteous and polite to help you with it. Try to take that off of you. So I have to remind myself, oh, I got to grab the tank. I got to go get this.
And I'm like, I do this every day by myself.
Yeah, but it's still one of those things.
I move slow, but I got it.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. It's like, let me take that off of you because that's the least I can do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I can't, so. Right. So for me, that's what it's like. Yeah, it's love. It's all love. It's all love. So for me, that's what it's like. It's hard to accept. It's hard to accept because in the end result is you will have to have a lung transplant or the inevitable. So it's one of those things that for me,
you try not to.
You don't want to think about, but
it's coming.
It's hurtful.
Yeah.
It's hurtful. So I'm trying not to cry now.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
But it's there,
And I always try to joke about it. I always tell people, well, we all got to go.
Yeah.
We all going to the same party. I might just be there turning up for you.
Okay. And I'm a little bit jealous. You might see Donald before I do.
And then everybody be like, really? You want to joke about it?
You want to joke about it?
I'm like, but what else do you do? Exactly. Do I let it consume me?
Yeah.
And die now?
Yeah.
Or do I try to think of any glimpse of happiness or laughter out of it, so I can make it to tomorrow?
Exactly. And that's why I love you so much. Because you can do that.
I try.
Because you can do that. And that's why I love you so much. So for me, that's what it's like. That's what it's like for me.
Well, hopefully it's not a painful process.
It's not a painful process at all. It's a blessing. It's a blessing because I'm a part of your life.
Right.
I get to witness it. I get to serve. And I get to honor you. So
thank you.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing for me.
And it's good having a great support system. That's what a lot of people in my disease need.
Yeah.
They need a support system that has a strong faith base, because I'm telling you, there's so many times when you don't want to pray for yourself.
Yeah.
So you have to have others that's going to intercede and pray for you.
Yeah.
So that's what we doing. I want to bring you her point of view. We're going to pray for y'all. Y'all pray for us. Keep us lifted.
Okay.
But I just wanted to let somebody know, hey, there's people around you that have points of view too, and maybe you need to hear how they feel because you're so consumed in it yourself because it's your illness. But maybe once you hear their side, you can be like, okay, I can be a little sensitive or understand better of how you're treating me. Yeah. So that's all for today. But I got a couple more videos coming this week. So thanks everybody for supporting. Bye.